buy. Thompson Creek Window Company. That sounds better.
Jonathan Elias and Michelle Marsh. Weeknights on News Channel 8 at 10.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Uproar over the president-elect's comments on NATO as Trump declares it obsolete. International backlash from our allies as our brand new poll shows he's one of the most unpopular men ever to take office 3 days before the inauguration.
March on Washington. It could be one of the largest demonstrations ever in D.C. Hundreds of thousands of women packing up right now, starting their trip to the Capitol. We're hearing this morning from the woman who started it all as Trump calls for unity.
Bachelor bombshell. A jaw-dropping night for Nick. Social media in overdrive after Monday's episode as former Bachelorette Allie F weighs in. Her advice for Nick, why this season is over the top, and how she went from in love on the show to a real-life happily ever after. Ballroom Bash. Val, Sharna, and your favorite dancers tangoing into Times Square. Get ready to move and groove right here. And they're saying, Good morning, America!
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, this is an exciting crowd on Tuesday. Welcome to all of you. And Larry, you guys had a very special DIY over the weekend.
Yeah, we did. Robin, myself, Amy, we all piled in the car and went over to Ginger's house. There you can see Ginger has a new home. We had a paint party. Ginger, we apologize.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to redo a lot of what we did. But
I was going to ask, how were you today?
But you find out who are the rollers and who are the cutters.
Yes, we were the rollers and they were the cutters, and it was a fierce competition.
The rollers versus the cutters every time. I loved it. Thank you guys so much for helping. We didn't get a ton done, but hey, we had a good time.
Why are you being so honest?
Like one coat.
But it looked like a lot of fun.
It
looked like a lot of fun. And, you know, this guy here is a lot of fun. We cannot wait to talk to him in a little bit. Matthew McConaughey. And I can't wait to talk to him about his new movie, Gold.
So good.
Is he really back there?
He's really back there.
Right.
You gotta hold him. Hold back.
Hold me back.
Hold your back, Robin.
Love that little.
But his new movie, Gold.
great.
Yeah, I watched it last night. Can't wait to talk to him about this movie.
The
So many questions.
transformation and the story is unbelievable. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
It's always fun to talk to you. Got a little news first. Amy's got the morning rundown.
That's right. Good morning, guys. And the big story this morning, the director of the CIA firing back at President-elect Trump, rejecting his criticism and calling one of Trump's remarks repugnant. ABC's Cecilia Vega is at the White House now with all of those new details. Good morning, Cecilia.
Amy, good morning to you. That's right. A heated war of words between the president-elect and the CIA director, John Brennan, publicly slamming Donald Trump, saying he did not leak that Russian dossier as Trump suggested he had. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Brennan saying he has no intention of giving that dossier any more airtime. But there is also another battle brewing ahead of Trump's swearing in. The soon-to-be 45th president of the United States bashing NATO.
I said a long time ago that NATO had problems. Number one, it was obsolete because it was, designed many, many years ago.
He also refused to say who he trusts more, Germany's Angela Merkel or Russia's Vladimir Putin, and he had big praise for Brexit. Shocked and concerned, that is the reaction this morning from some of America's closest allies. But tonight, the first big event of this inaugural week, 200 foreign diplomats and Donald Trump right here in Washington, and an exclusive dinner, a chance perhaps, Amy, for him to make nice after some of those comments.
All right, Cecilia, thanks for that. We have more now on lawmakers vowing to skip the inauguration after Trump's Twitter attack on civil rights legend John Lewis. At least 38 members of Congress have now joined the boycott so far, and that's about 1/5 of House Democrats. Meanwhile, more of Trump's cabinet nominees are answering questions on Capitol Hill today during confirmation hearings, including Betsy DeVos, an advocate for school vouchers and charter schools. Well, authorities in Turkey say the gunman captured in connection with the New Year's Eve attack on a nightclub in Istanbul has confessed. They say he was trained in Afghanistan and carried out the shooting on behalf of ISIS, killing 39 people. They say he had $197,000 in cash, and they're trying to determine exactly who helped him. Well, the American among 5 people killed in a nightclub shooting in Mexico has now been identified. Alejandra Villanueva of Denver was just 18 years old. She was trampled as that crowd tried to escape the gunman, the man who opened fire when security tried to stop him from bringing a gun into the club. And the young British royals are unveiling the next phase of their mental health initiative. Prince William, Duchess Kate, and Prince Harry appeared together this morning looking to change the conversation and tackle the stigma around mental challenges. They are opening up their Heads Together campaign to organizations that want to become supporters and raise awareness. And then finally, a pizza shop owner in Australia came up with a very interesting excuse for not showing up to work. And then he posted his message on Facebook saying he was too hungover. In his message, he explained that the horse he bet on at the racetrack won, and he celebrated too much, saying, quote, "I realize this is highly unprofessional. I have not taken the decision lightly." But the response online and with his customers was energetic. They really appreciated his honesty, and they said perhaps the best sick note ever. Just being honest.
So, yeah, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, I'm not sure we'd get away with it, but okay.
No. Could you imagine pulling that one? I don't think so. Pop news time?
Let's do it, Lara.
Hi, everybody. Hello, guys. And we're going to begin with some movie news. Octavia Spencer, nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the Globes for her role in the breakout hit Hidden Figures. But she should have been named Best Soul in the Business, according to her castmate, Taraji P. Henson. Spencer purchased every ticket for a Los Angeles showing of her film and invited low-income families to come and enjoy a movie night on her. She writes on Instagram, "My mom would not have been able to afford to take me and my siblings, so I'm honoring her and all single parents this MLK weekend. If you know a family in need that would like to see our movie but can't afford it, then come, please. First come, first serve." Taraji responded, "This is how phenomenal this woman is." And we say, yeah, she's pretty terrific.
And you feel so
Really
good
good.
coming out of
Yep.
that.
And that's my final thought here. In the world of good karma, Hidden Figures are #1 at the box office. I love that.
Again.
Yep. One of the nicest gals in the business. Pay it forward, right? You just got to do it. Also in movie news, Margot Robbie is off the Suicide Squad and in the ice skating rink for her next project. Here's your first look. Hard to believe this is her, transformed into a very convincing Tonya Harding for an upcoming biopic.
She sure is.
You guys are too young to remember this, I'm sure. But 1994, an Olympic rivalry.
Why now?
Yes, why?
Why me?
It led to the assault on fellow skater Nancy Kerrigan with a baseball bat. Sebastian Stan will play Harding's ex, Jeff Gillooly, who set up that attack in hopes of breaking Kerrigan's leg and increasing Harding's chances of gold. The attack, caught on camera, widely publicized. Kerrigan managed to skate onto a silver. Harding, again with the karma, came in 8th. We'll see if their story, though, brings home box office gold when the movie comes out next year.
She had those 90s jeans, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And
The whole
Margot
thing.
Robbie, what a transformation.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I always wonder about stories like this where we know the ending, we know what happened. How will it do? Will people who are younger than us, will they
Well, some
remember?
of the people don't know the story.
Right, that's true. That's true. And it is
Everybody comes
really,
back for OJ.
that's
It
true.
was
that's
fascinating, though, and I think, it could transfer and be fascinating
you wouldn't write
in the movie.
it. You would never, who would write like, oh, I'm going to hit her with a baseball bat? But yes, in fact, it really happened. So we shall see. And then finally, a very happy birthday to our golden girl, Betty White, who turns 95. Happy birthday, Betty. Friends say the icon plans to celebrate the big 9-5 by having some girls over for a friendly game of poker. She is a huge poker player. I actually had the pleasure of playing with her a few years ago.
Did you really?
But, yes. She also plans to indulge in one vodka tonic.
Only one.
Only one. And friends say every morning White reads the LA Times cover to cover and completes at least 2 full crossword puzzles.
Wow.
She's sharp.
Quick as a whip.
Yes, he is.
When you said Betty White's name, everybody's eyes lit up right across the front row. It's really
Yeah,
something.
there's something really special
Makes
about her. So
people
happy birthday, Betty, and not everybody's pup news.
She is universally
Great
loved.
job.
Thank you, Lara Spencer. Inside, what could be one of the largest demonstrations ever in D.C. right after Trump's inauguration, and the grandmother who started it all.
And also, life after the rose. Former Bachelorette Allie F's advice for the women competing for Bachelor's Nation.
brought to you by the fast, powerful cough relief of Robitussin, because it's never just a cough.
If you want to sell your car, CarMax will give you 7 days to consider their offer. Why 7 days? Science. Join me as we walk through the 7 stages of decisioning.
1. Consideration. 2. Questioning. 3. Deciding. 4. Queso. 5. Nap. 6. Sudoku. 7. Tambourine practice.
I think I made my point. They'll give you an offer for your car. You take 7 days to think about it.
Just like Mom, you have dinner on the table at 6 every night.
Hey guys, I'm home.
Of course, no one said it had to be cooked. Campbell's one-dish recipes, designed around one pan and your schedule. Made for real life.
Only one life to live, you're never gonna get it back. Let's go.
Get 30% off every guest in the Caribbean and start wandering now. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
I'm about to start the Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails Challenge. So in 30 days, my future self will thank me.
Thank you.
I become a model?
Yes.
No.
Start the challenge today and notice more beautiful hair, skin, and nails or your money back.
Hurry into Lowe's today for huge deals across the entire store. Like Paint Plus Primer at the new lower price of only $17.98. Plus get 10% off wood look floor tile. Don't miss out on the season's best savings happening right now at Lowe's.
When did mixing food with not food become food?
Thankfully, at Panera, 100% of our food is 100% clean.
No artificial preservatives, sweeteners, flavors, or colors. Panera, food as it should be.
Staycation? No way. I need a real vacation. One measly week to bury my work phone in the sand while sipping some crazy concoction. Is that too much to ask?
Hey, we hear you. That's why we created AARP Travel. You'll get inspired by all of the tips and tools you need to easily plan a simple getaway or even the trip of a lifetime. So pack your bags and bury your phone. If you don't think this is right for me when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Weight Watchers! Nobody would believe you're eating bacon.
Pizza.
I have chips every day.
You can have whatever you want. It's just making smart choices about eating.
Bring on the food! We're having it all.
I feel good about myself. Yeah, best decision of my life.
It always feels good when somebody says you look good.
Aren't we glad we did it?
Yes, we're doing it!
In the first 2 months, members have lost 15% more weight than on our prior program. Join for free and get 1 month free. Hurry, offer ends February 1st.
I checked, everything's there. Wait a minute.
Hold on, I can explain.
Gotta have a good answer.
Switch to Geico and you could save a ton of money on your car insurance.
Why did you say so in the first place? I thought you was wearing a wire.
Why would I wear a wire?
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
I've been on my feet all day. I'm bushed.
Yeah, me too.
Excuse me, coming through.
Ride the gel wave of comfort with Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles. They're proven to give you comfort, which helps you feel more energized all day long.
I want heat.
It's go time at Dunkin' with 2 wake-up wraps for $3. Enjoy 2 freshly made oven-toasted wraps with bacon, sausage, or ham, and keep on all day. America runs on Dunkin'.
Call My Plumber today and get your furnace checked for just $49. Our tune-ups are guaranteed all season long or your money back.
We're one call away, and they're the same day. Call 8664, My Plumber today.
That is a live look at the Capitol. As you know, just 3 days from the inauguration of Donald Trump. Many, many, many will be there, and many women are also focused on the next day, Saturday, when hundreds of thousands are expected to march on Washington. The movement, I don't know if you realize this, was started by a grandmother, and ABC's Mary Bruce is back with that story there in D.C. for us. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. That's right. Friday is the big day here in D.C., but so is Saturday. Lots of families expected to be out here for the inauguration, but then the day after, hundreds of thousands are expected to gather right here to voice their concerns on the first day of the new Trump administration. It's a protest that started with women, but has come to encompass many causes, and growing so large that the grandmother who started it all tells us she's flabbergasted.
I march for her and him.
We march because your generation will build a wall and our generation will knock it down.
It could be one of the largest demonstrations ever in the nation's capital, the Women's March on Washington.
When it comes time to act, I want my children to know that I showed up.
Hundreds of thousands, mothers and daughters from around the country are headed to D.C., turning their election night concerns into a positive movement. But what you might not know is this female-driven march was sparked by a single Facebook post the day after the election.
I wanted to do something. I wanted to take action.
Disappointed by Trump's win on election night, 60-year-old grandmother Teresa Shook from Hawaii took to Facebook in hopes of becoming a small voice for women's rights. And with her 4 granddaughters in mind, she wrote 5 simple words.
I wrote, I think we should march.
Within a few hours, 40 women had replied, agreeing. And by the next day, 10,000 women were in. Helping fan those flames, the 4 co-chairs of the Women's March organization that have been working non-stop since Election Day to turn that Facebook post into reality. But the scope of the march is now so much bigger than election night angst, with many groups coming to voice their concerns about the incoming Trump administration.
One of our goals for this march is to display what it looks like when the progressive movements are working together, when you have climate justice, racial justice, immigrant rights, women's reproductive rights movement coming and showing one unified voice.
But organizers say this march is also about families, as everyday mothers and daughters work together for a common goal.
We also want the world to know that women are leaders and that we want to show our children, especially our daughters, that they could be the next generation of leaders as well.
Nikki Powers from Fort Collins, Colorado, is making her way to D.C. with a group of coworkers. And along for the ride is 14-year-old Maria Peden.
I'm just excited to connect with thousands of women who feel the same way as I do.
But the march doesn't end in Washington. Over 270 sister marches will be happening simultaneously in all 50 states and in 33 countries around the globe. But for the grandmother who started it all, she says she's already bought her ticket to D.C.
One person can make a difference.
Now she tells us she hopes her story can remind people that with just a few words, one person can make a real difference. Now Donald Trump has promised to unite the country, vowing to find common ground and bring people together. And critics say it's simply too soon to be holding a protest the first day after the inauguration. But guys, those organizers tell us they say it's never too soon to speak up for a more just and fair America.
They want to make sure that their voices are heard right away. And we've heard Mary, from so many who have said that, illustrated in your piece, bringing their daughters and going to be there and be a part of this. She agrees.
I believe she's all in.
Thank you, Mary. Thanks so much.
And coming up here, she was one of the most popular bachelorettes ever. Now she's found some real life love. Allie F is weighing in with her.
You need a website. Why not do it yourself? Wix Artificial Design Intelligence learns what you need and creates a stunning website with you. Complete with images, videos, and text, tailor-made for you. Easily make changes. Your content will automatically adjust to fit perfectly. With Wix Artificial Design Intelligence, everything just falls into place. Go to Wix.com. Create your website today.
Delicious freshly brewed coffee comes at a price. It's $1. Go to McDonald's and get $1 any size coffee or $2 small specialty beverage. And every 6th McCafe beverage is free with our app. Wake up and win the day.
Eucerin has been solving dry skin problems for over 100 years. Discover Eucerin Advanced Repair. It moisturizes dry, itchy, rough skin for immediate relief and proven 48-hour moisture. For healthier looking skin, look for Eucerin. Now in the red cap.
Thanks for doing this, Dad.
So I thought it might be time to talk about a financial strategy.
You mean pay him back?
So let's start talking about your long-term goals.
Knowing your future is about more than just you. It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
When cold and flu hold you back, try Theraflu Express Max, now in new caplets. It's the only cold and flu caplet that has a maximum strength formula with a unique warming sensation you instantly feel. Theraflu, for a powerful comeback. New Express Max caplets.
My sweetheart's gone, sayonara. This scarf, all that's left to remember.
What? She washed this like a month ago.
The long-lasting scent of Gain Flames.
Nice. This stuff disappears in our house.
Oh, check this out.
Whoa. Okay.
Check this out. There's always King's Hawaiian rolls inside. Whoa.
King's Hawaiian Foods. Irresistible since 1950.
Hasta luego, profesor.
Hey, Carlos, de mañana. Carlos, Dr. Brand needs to see you in room 3. Oh, dear.
Don't party right away. I need a time period and I'll be back.
What's the secret to a lasting relationship? Trust, understanding, and maybe even some car washes. At Oarsman, we're celebrating 95 years of customer service. Backed by our Lifetime Edge, you get up to $1,500 in extras, including car washes, loaners, and our lifetime guarantee.
Get 0% for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on new 2017 Camrys.
So what's our secret to a lasting relationship? Being there when you need us. Oarsman Fairfax Toyota. Let's ride together.
And back here on Good Morning America, I just met a couple of aspiring actors, so they're available in case anybody's casting right here. Also want to tell you guys, this is interesting. If you're sticking around this week, it's going to be very mild in New York City. And Chicago, look at this map. Into the 50s they go, could see 3 days in a row. They have not seen 3 days in a row of 50-degree temperatures in Chicago in January since 1880. Show me your most amazed face. Right? Hire them. All right, let's go ahead and get a check of your local weather.
Scattered light showers in the forecast today. That may slow you down with wet pavement expected. Upper 30s to start out, heading out the door, but mid-50s later today. Now, we do have another chance of showers that will come at the end of the work week on Friday, a 60% chance. And right now it looks as though that best chance will be from noon on through the afternoon. Inauguration day, of course, with a high of 49 degrees. We've got temperatures that will be around 50 degrees over the next 10 days.
And now to The Bachelor. Nick sent 4 women home in last night's episode, and former Bachelorette Allie F., she's been watching the season very closely, and she has a lot of advice for Nick and the women competing for the final roles. And our Nick Watt, is live in Los Angeles with the story. Good morning, Nick.
Michael, I have an unhealthy fascination with what happens to Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants once they leave the show. Therefore, I was very happy to go and see Allie F. to find out what she thinks of Nick, who she calls the sexy Bachelor.
It's the season 6 finale. Beautiful Bachelorette Allie is all about endless love with Roberto.
Yes.
That was then.
Yeah, this is now.
Now she's mum to 6-month-old Molly.
That's her saying, I want to be the Bachelorette 2027.
Dad is saying, oh God.
It shall be 10.
Molly has her own Instagram, by the way. And Daddy ain't Roberto, he's Kevin, a radio host, and Allie is now a full-time blogger. They live in Los Angeles with their dog, Owen.
You know, last night we were lying in bed and we just said, like, I'm happy.
Hey, this is
Ali, who was also a contestant on season 14 of The Bachelor, recently made some waves talking about the current season.
Right in front of these, oh my God,
There's a lot of sexuality on this season. I mean, second episode in, there's already been 2 topless girls. I want them to know that they're better than this. Nick is like considered the sexy bachelor, so I feel like the girls on this season feel the need to play up their sexuality for that reason.
Who do you think is going to win?
To me, there's 2 frontrunners right now, and it's Corinne, and then this girl, Raven. You know, she's a little Southern belle, very sweet, very cute.
Advice for Nick?
My advice really moving forward would be don't put too much pressure on yourself to stay in a relationship that's not necessarily right.
So what did happen to hunky Roberto?
There was a lot of heavy love talk.
We fell in lust on the show. So you think you're in love, but really you don't know that person. When you get engaged, you probably spent a total of 72 hours with that person. We went back into the real world and we realized we weren't right for each other.
Do you still talk to Roberto?
No, we don't keep in touch. But I mean, why would you? Like, do you keep in touch with your ex-girlfriends? Oh!
No comment.
And we're out of time.
Yeah.
Now, Ali and Kevin say they have a deal. She doesn't make him watch her canoodling with other dudes in hot tubs on her old episodes of The Bachelorette, and he doesn't make her look at photos of him making out with old girlfriends. Michael, I don't believe he has those photographs. I think he's bluffing.
And he just might have those. I don't let anybody see any of the canoodling that I do. Just keep it all to myself. And The Bachelor is on Monday night at 8 Eastern right here on ABC. And everybody, when we come back, the man himself, Matthew McConaughey, he is here live. You don't want to miss that.
What makes this family tick? Now on the eve of the inauguration, a special event. America's first family. The Trumps go to Washington. Thursday at 10/9 Central on ABC. Friday, the inauguration of Donald J. Trump. The day starts with a special Good Morning America. Then live coverage rolls on nonstop and all along the parade route with America's first choice for news, ABC News. Then don't miss a special edition of World News with David Muir.
Everyone loves American Housewife.
Hello there.
Tonight after the middle on ABC.
What makes this family tick? Now on the eve of the inauguration, a special event. America's first family. The Trumps go to Washington. Thursday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
From ABC 7 News, this is a Good Morning Washington update.
Good morning, Washington. I'm Melanie Hastings. Here's a check of your top stories. Breaking news in Northeast D.C., where police confirm one man is dead after being shot inside a car. A second man was also taken to the hospital. He was unconscious, and there is no word on his condition. This happened on 14th Place, right off the H Street corridor. And happening later today, we're looking ahead to new details about the Women's March on Washington. The Sierra Club is expected to announce its involvement in the demonstration. The group of environmental activists would add to the hundreds of thousands of people taking to the streets this weekend to protest Donald Trump's presidency. Well, it's a damp day out there. Here's Veronica Johnson.
Well, it is going to be a little wet out there today. We'll see some scattered showers, mainly light, that will pass through our area. A very March-like pattern for us, and with it, some temperatures that will be very much like spring. Now, you can see today our best chance of rain is from noon until 4 o'clock, but really it's a moderate threat even before that. Not going to get a lot of rain, just over 1/10 of an inch or so. Another chance of rain comes on Friday. That, of course, Inauguration Day. Best chance is noon through the afternoon, and again on Sunday late.
Veronica, we are tracking the ride toward the Capitol Beltway eastbound Interstate 66. It is still 20 minutes just from Manassas into Centerville. Once you get into Fair Oaks, you're off and on the brakes as you make your trip toward Maryville and the Capitol Beltway. Around the Beltway, we're not looking at any major incidents, but inside the Beltway, going to cost you about 30 minutes from the Beltway to the 14th Street Bridge northbound on 395, and a quick peek at those delays inner and outer loop through Montgomery County here at Braddock Road. Back to you, Melanie.
All right, Angela.